So although today is Wednesday and it is an evening, I don't know what the weather's like where you are. We haven't had that wet Wednesday night yet, but today we get a grim Saturday afternoon at the Hawthorns. Oh, hello there everybody, Dodgy Gamer here. Welcome back to the channel for episode 2 of our Football Manager 2019 Beta save with Stoke City. We're going to start off with some surprising news today. Saido Berahino, well known in the English game, mainly for his inability to score, despite being a striker, and his poor attitude. He's been giving me a bit of attitude recently. Got a surprising news item here, though, that he's been called up by Burundi. International Manager of Mystery moment here, perhaps. He's been called up by quite an obscure nation. I know previously he's been involved in England's youth setup. I think he's been on the fringe of the England squad before as well. Well, good luck. Good luck in Burundi. I hope you enjoy it. We have had a lot of players called up, I've noticed. This is the second news item. The initial batch, it was like 16 players were called up for various countries that they play for, so 20 in total. I suppose for a recently relegated Premier League team, it's not that unusual. Berahino, though, I mean, I suppose we should expect strange things from him. He has had a poor attitude to training, and every time I speak to him about it, he says, "What are you talking about? I'm doing my job perfectly fine." He hasn't scored yet in the league. He's just had the 1 start and the 2 sub appearances, and you see an average rating of 6.5. He often looks nervous, apprehensive, disinterested during matches. So we're definitely just going to keep him as a backup for now. We've got other players who are doing much better. That aside, things are going pretty well here. You see, we had that astonishing win, 4-1 away to Leeds on the opening day. Had a little blip following it up, a 0-0 with Brentford. Bit of a boring game, not much to report on there. We then travelled to Preston, where we got a 2-0 win. I'm going to show you one of the goals from that game because it was quite something. And we did get lucky with an early goal, and you'll see from the stats here that Preston were by far the better team. But we kind of sat deep. We're going to use a similar formation today, so I'll show that to you in a moment. We sat deep and we just hit them on the counter-attack. And we got lucky with the own goal, but then the second goal from Itobo was just sublime. So you see the build-up here. I do not know why the camera is not moving. Maybe this is a beta bug we should be reporting. Let me just pause that. It says... Wow, that's just great, isn't it? I'm trying to show you a highlight, and it's just the camera stopped on the halfway line. Okay, director, I think you need to reconsider your career choice. Anyway, let's just wind that back a bit. All right, we'll go with a TV camera here. So you can see we've got the ball. We bring it out to the left flank. Just lots of short, crisp passing, quite unlike what you see from Stoke. Itobo makes it into the box, gets the ball back, and just slams it in. So many short passes there. A really great goal. That's the kind of football I want my teams to be playing. So well done, Stoke. Well done. We then hosted Wigan, a 3-0 win. We were 2 up inside 7 minutes. Bojan got a brace, so it's good to see him get his first goals of the season. Unfortunately, he would then suffer an injury in the next match, pulled ankle ligaments. He's only going to be out for another week, but that means he sits out today's game with West Brom. We then took on Hull. This is a game where he got injured. Verlinden also got injured. He's a backup winger, so not too big a deal, but he's going to be out with a pulled hamstring for a couple of weeks. We also had Joe Allen suffer a broken leg in training. It was a robust challenge in training that took him down. That's the extent of our injury crisis so far. But yes, Hull. Anyway, Ryan Shawcross came up for a corner, got a goal midway through the first half. We did get a bit nervous and scrappy towards the end of the match, but we did hold on for that 1-0 win. And then we got League One opposition in the Carabao Cup. Walsall, 2-0 win there. It was an own goal again. And then one of our reserve youngsters, Oliver Shenton, adding a second late on. I did do a lot of rotation here, so it was good to see those youngsters and those people who hadn't had that much game time come in and perform pretty well. We've now drawn Swansea in the third round. Now, board expectation was third round, so we've got to be hopeful about progressing there, especially as we're going to be the home team. So today we're going to play West Brom. It's away. Now West Brom are not having a great start to the season. They're languishing down in 18th. So I'm just going to bring the table up for you here, which now I've shifted myself to the other side of the screen, should be available in all its glory. So you can see we're second behind Sheffield United. We actually have identical records at the moment. I think they've just scored more than us. We are two of only 4 unbeaten teams in the league at this stage. Also, Reading and Nottingham Forest remain unbeaten. But West Brom, right down here in 18th, only 1 win out of 5 games so far. 3 defeats as well, so they're not exactly in good form. However, away at the Hawthorns, it's always going to be a tough game in the Championship, so we've got to be ready for that. So this is the tactic we're going with today. I've got a 4-4-1-1 set up. So, flat back 4, nothing fancy here. Shawcross as a no-nonsense centre-back, and then the full-backs in a support role. Then I've gone with a deep-line playmaker and a box-to-box midfielder in the middle of the park. And then we've got our shadow striker and our complete forward up front. And we'll be looking for some service from the wingers as well. Bojan would be the best person for this position, but he's going to sit today out. But I don't want to tweak with it too much, so we're going to put Ince up there, see what happens. We've always got Berahino, who could come in instead as a backup. This is the formation that we used against Preston. We did give up a lot of possession, but we were very effective on the counter-attack, so that's what I'll be looking for more of today. We'll see how it goes. These tactics are very much a work in progress. And I thought I'd talk a little bit about training, seeing as this is one of the big new features in Football Manager 2019 this year. Now, as you can see, we're having a bit of a fixture crunch at the moment. We've had the 3 weeks in a row of Saturday, Sunday, and then Tuesday or Wednesday fixtures. So that means a lot of recovery and rest in here. I have kind of been leaving this to the assistant manager. I haven't been tinkering with it too much. Just in pre-season, I put more of an emphasis on the physical side of things and building up fitness, which is just something I've always done in the past. I do like the idea that you can add in these kind of team bonding and community, service in the community events. I think that's a nice touch. I also like the fact that you get the option in your team talks after a poor performance to tell them they're going to be doing extra training the next day, and they don't complain about it either. So those are all nice features. One thing I didn't like about training in the past, like in the last version when I was with Gençler Billy in Breaking the Big Three, I would always have a group of players, the same 4 or 5 players, who would forever complain about training. Either it was too much training and too much hard work, and then even when we had a run of fixtures like this and I dropped the training down to light, they'd still be complaining. And even when we had an international break and they weren't called up, they'd be then complaining about their individual training, their player preferred move training, and so on. It was just, there was always something they were complaining about. So far, no complaints about training. The only problem, as I mentioned earlier, is every time I criticize Berahino, he tells me, "What the hell are you talking about? I am fine." Okay, just to show you how it is with Berahino, I'm going to criticize him now. Very disappointed with training. Are you sure about that? Your standards are too low. I disagree. He's perfectly... Okay, well, you're not going to be convinced. That's a shame. And he says he's not going to let it slide, and then he lets it slide. Well, a nice bit of news here as we tick over into September. I've won the August Manager of the Month. Fantastic. Never got a Manager of the Month in the last edition because Turkey doesn't have one. Anyway, there we go. Played 5 matches, won 4 of them, kept 4 clean sheets. Hopefully that's not going to jinx us now. Right, here we go then, we're getting close to the kickoff time. This game was pushed back for TV, so most of the other sides in the league have played. We see Sheffield United's unbeaten record has gone as they lost to Villa. It's all bunched up here. So we've got a chance to open up a bit of a gap if we can get a win today. I wouldn't hold out, I'm not saying we're going to get a win. I'll be happy with a draw, to be honest. Bit of a fancy formation from West Brom there. Hopefully it's just going to be a bit too fancy while we stick with our classic 4-4-1-1. I am going to tell the team, pick up from where you left off. Didn't have that great effect, but at least I'm starting to get a bit of a reaction from the team talks now. Tunnel interview. Nothing much different there. I I don't see the point of the tunnel interview because, okay, press conference, you can say something that's going to stir your players up, get them fired up, or fire up the opposition, or, you know, all the mind games and that. But an interview in the tunnel right before the match, the players are not going to hear about it until after the fact anyway. The only thing I can think of is post-match, they might say, well, before the match you said this, blah, blah, blah. But it's pointless, I think. All right, West Brom. It is a wet game, a wet, grim Saturday afternoon, and we hack them down to get the ball. Fletcher charging forward, striding forward, defying his 35-year-old age. McLean whips the cross in. Defender gets to it. McLean picks up the header, drills it into the far post. First goal of the season for Mr. McLean. Fantastic stuff. Look, great awareness from him here. Hits that high cross. Just look, watch his run here. Just follows it in. As the defender kind of fails to head it away, he just smacks it in. Fantastic goal. I do like my wingers to cut inside and score, as you'll know from my previous saves. So good to see that happening again. All right, the West Brom keeper's collected the ball here. We're midway through the first half. What's he going to do with it? He throws it out to Mears on the right-hand side. They're going to build something up here. Hopefully it's not going to be an instant equaliser. It looks like it might be, though. Livermore's got it. He's given it away to Diouf, but now they hoof it forward. Straight to Peters, though. And here comes Afobe and Ince. Ince on a mazy run. Oh, he's got right through. Has a shot. Johnston deals with it fairly comfortably, but good effort. And now West Brom corner. We kind of clear it away, but it's only come as far as Bartley. And Brunt now gets the ball into the box, but we've cleared it. And here comes Ince on the run again. He's dropped deep to get the ball. Nice. He's doing well in the central role today, it has to be said. But poor pass there. And they've got a quick break, but Shawcross deals with it. Peters picks up the ball now. McLean gets it out for Afobe. Afobe gives it away. I was getting hopeful for a counter-attack there. Okay, we've got another counter-attack coming. Here comes Ince. It breaks to Afobe. Afobe takes the shot. I don't know that the keeper knew much about that. It seemed to just kind of hit him in the chest and bounce out. But we've got a corner as the highlight continues. McLean whips it in. It comes back to him. He gets the cross in just about, but no, a free kick's been given. I guess he was offside. Pleased with that first half performance. We have dominated. I mean, they've had the more possession, but we've created more chances. We just have to be careful now because it's only 1-0. So what are we going to tell them at half-time? Don't get complacent out there, even though West Brom are rubbish. Afobe has been rubbish, so I better back that up, that I'm not happy with his performance today. I'm going to give him time. You know, I never sub people off at half-time unless they're injured, really. I just want to give him a chance to respond to the team talk. Okay then, goal kick for us. Indy launches it. I'm not sure that's part of the team instructions, but okay. Anyway, we've kept the ball, and now we've lost the ball. And here comes Barnes. He's on a bit of a run. Is he going to get a shot off? No, we've dispossessed him. But there's a lot of giving the ball away here. It reminds me of some of those obscure nations I managed in the International Manager of Mystery. Anyway, it's just a lot of back and forth. Very scrappy. McLean literally gliding across the turf there. He's given the ball away, and Morrison has it now. Barnes to Livermore. Decent effort, but it's a goal kick. All right, a throw in for West Brom now. Gibbs gets the cross in. Are we going to clear it? Kind of, but West Brom have the chance to create another chance, and they've equalised. Rodriguez with the header. Okay, it has been coming in the second half. We haven't started as well. West Brom have obviously responded. I'm going to have to look into making some substitutions. I think Afobe's got to come off. He's not responded well at all. I'm going to put on Mr. Berahino. Perfect man to come on when we're under pressure. Etobo, if we can put him on in place of Woods. Woods is having a decent game, but he's not really our first choice. So we'll bring in Etobe and we'll make him an advanced playmaker as well. Put him onto attack mode. Fletcher, I'm going to drop back into ball-winning midfielder defend. So hopefully that's going to balance things out a bit more. Okay, let's concentrate a bit. 20 minutes to go. Still West Brom coming at us, though, so we've got to watch out for this. And they've taken the lead. Ooh, it's Rodriguez again. fierce strike from outside the box, and the second half is not going well at all. Okay, let's see if we can do something here. Butland knocks it out to Bauer. Come on, let's see if we can keep the ball this time. Diouf, Fletcher, back to Diouf, and they just got mixed up and they're giving it away. I hope we do not concede another one now. Butland deals with it. Okay, so we've switched some things around. I've put Crouchy on, target man, get the big man up front, push the wingers up, push Barrinho into a more advanced position as well. I've also made some tweaks tactically, which I think can be summarized from here. So obviously we've gone to an attacking mentality. I've told the team to up the tempo, to kick it long, get it to the target man, use the wings a bit more, hit those early crosses, and let's see if that's going to get us back in this final 15 minutes. We'll go to very attacking if we haven't done anything by 85. Okay, West Brom here with a chance. Oh no. Okay, Rodriguez does not complete his hat-trick. He kicked that one over. Okay, 85 minutes, nothing yet. So we are going to go very attacking at this point. We're going to push Itobo forward as well. Can we push these guys into a wing-back position? We're going all out for it because we don't really have any other choice, do we? So let's get those guys onto attack mode as wing-backs. Let's get him on a central midfield role, push him forward a bit more, and Itobo can also be a shadow striker. Let's just hoof it all forward as much as we can. Shoot on sight, everybody. Let's go for it. Overlap as well. Be more expressive. Throw everything at them. Let's get back to the pitch. That will be useful. Okay, we're coming into stoppage time. We haven't had a highlight yet since making all those changes. Lots of Stoke players forward, though. Here we come. Peters gets it to Fletcher. Back to McLean. McLean whips the cross in. Oh, and Crouch should have equalised there. We've still got the ball, though. It's still alive. Bauer knocks it into the middle to Peters. Fletcher now. Peters again. Come on, get that cross in. McLean and Berahino. Yeah, it's been disallowed. He was offside. Oh, I thought after dissing him so much early in the episode, that was going to be it. But no, 2 Stoke players offside by the looks of it. Okay, hopefully that is not going to prove to be our only chance. I think that is going to prove to be our only chance. West Brom now with the ball, and there goes the whistle. We've thrown it away in the second half. I mean, you saw the stats at half-time. We only added a couple more shots in the second half, whereas West Brom added many, many more. We, did not do that half-time team talk well, so extra training tomorrow then. So that leaves us 4th in the table. It's very tight, as you can see, just 2 points covering 1st to 7th. Let's have a look at the schedule we've got coming up. So next we've got another away match with Sheffield Wednesday. That's after the international break, of course. Then we've got 2 matches with Swansea, home in the Championship and in the Carabao Cup. And we've got Blackburn as well. So my plan is to come back every 6th game. So at the moment, that's going to be Bolton. Home to Bolton. That's going to be a Tuesday. Let's see if it's a cold and wet Tuesday night. And hopefully we'll be back to winning ways by then. So I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have, please hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Hit that notification bell. I'll be making use of the Premiere feature in the future, so make sure you hit the notification so we can sit down and watch the first rolling of the episode together. But for now, I am Dodgy Gamer. Thank you so much for watching. See you again soon.